Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is where I issue, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, then I'm going to issue an apology. Today's video, I did promise was going to be some gameplay featuring one of the decks from the stream. However, I recorded the video, and for some reason, I'd managed to turn my microphone off all the way through the game. So, apologies to the opponents who I said I'd get the video up and they could come watch it and they were looking forward to it. I will be in contact. I've got you all linked, written down some on a bit of paper. And I'll send you all some messages on MTGO and we'll get those, hopefully get that game replayed, and I will get you up on the street, on the channel at some stage. So, yeah, that was really bad of me. I haven't got time to record another gameplay video today, so what I've had to do is go back and look at one of the deck techs I haven't done yet. So today's going to be a deck tech, which I didn't say was going to happen this week, but it's going to happen today for the sake of it. So one of the things I do a lot on my stream is do challenges, and this was one of the challenges we had. We did what we called the EDH Rec challenge. Now, for those of you who know the website EDH Rec, there's a random button on there. You can go on the site, press the random button, and you'll get a random commander. We decided that we were going to do it 5 times. So we all went on so me and some of the people I play a lot with on stream went on the site, hit the button 5 times, and got a commander that we had to build around. Now, we did put some limits on it. You know, if it was over 5 tickets, if you wanted to get it, fine. But if it was over 5 tickets, you could repick. It had to be available on MTGO, obviously, for obvious reasons. And it was basically going to be a bit of fun and try and make it as good as you can without going to the upper tier of CEDH, as it were. So I did 2 because it was me, but the second one I was more interested in. So the second one I picked for the challenge was this. I say I picked, EDH Rec picked for me. But anyway, it's this one. Kiara, the Swirling Sky. There you go. Learn to speak would be good. 4 and 2 blue for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon spirit with flying and ward 3. And when it dies, you get to choose one. Return any number of permanents from mana, total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands, or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instants and all sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. So, I found this quite a trick to challenge. You know, one of the rules we did say was don't use EDH Rec, have a think about it, think about how you can do it yourself, which is what I did. So, what did I come up with? Well, the deck I came up with is this. Here we go. Now, one of the things I will say, if you watched my video from yesterday when I was doing the build of Anafenza, you'll have seen that Jeweled Lotus I talked about quite significantly in that video. It's in this deck. It should be coming out if I play this deck now because it is just not working. It's still not working. But yeah, just one slight aside. But the rest of it is really a base of let's get Kiara down. Let's see if we can make multiple copies of it to mill ourselves a little bit. And then what we want to try and do is mill ourselves so that we can get off and win with things like Thassa's Oracle. Or we could go down the Jace route, if I can find Jace. Jace was in here. There we go. Jace the Welder of Mysteries. And that's what we're going to try and do with it. Or Lab Maniacs here as well. So they're what I'm looking to do with this. I mean, yes, we can beat down and win because of all the clones we make. But that's what I'm trying to do, is try and empty my library with one of these in play and win that way when I go to my draw step. So that's the route I decided to go down. So I've put things in that you may not have seen, apart from obviously the massive amount of islands in here. And then we've got Lonely Sandbar, Mystic Sanctuary to get everything back onto my side, you know, get an instant or library out of my graveyard. I've got Nykthos in here because we are mono, so it's worth having. Reliquary Towers, we draw extra cards, we don't have to worry about discarding them. Temple of the False God to help with the ramp. Yeah, basically a lot of Skyline Crusade, Remote Island for the cycling ability. I have gone with Field of the Dead and Fabled Passage in this one because there are quite a few non-basic lands in the deck, so we might be able to get some zombies out of it, and it's a bit of a gamble doing it, I know that, and I know what I said in the video yesterday, but I thought I'd give it a gamble in here when I built this deck. One of the things I do want to point out is Besieger, who shelters oil. All. I like this card. Just be able to pay 2 life and make sure all the key instants and sorceries that you need to cast can't be countered, to my mind, is a fantastic plan, hence why it's here. So, how are we doing this deck? Well, we've got the other ramp in, so there's Mox, Tantalite, Soul, Talisman. Jeweled Lotus will be going away, so ignore that. But, you know, if you're building it in real life, keep it in if you've got one. Arcane Signet, and I also I'm calling Sapphire Medallion a ramp spell because it does make everything cheaper and it's really effective in this deck. It's still a little bit pricey on MTGO, but I think you can pick them up in real life for a reasonable value, so try them out. Right, beyond that, with the Soul Ring, of course, is how we look at it. So, Mystical Tutor, I went and actually picked up one of Mystical Tutor for this deck. I didn't own one before now, but now I do. Because there are some instants and sorceries I do want to go and get. Cyclonic Rift, I'm looking at you. Ponder's here, just so we can manipulate the top. You can play any one of the 1-drops you want to. I just like Ponder because it gives me, if I don't like the 3 cards on top, it gives me the shuffle effect and then a random draw. Or if I like the 2 of the 3 cards, I'll put them in the right order and then do the card draw that way. So, yeah. What I will say, just a little aside going on Ponder for a minute. If there are 3 cards, you like 2 of them, I always put the worst one back on top in case I get hit by discard. So I can discard the worst card. Yes, it is a bit of a risk if you're milling stuff, I know that, but I think it's worth a gamble 9 times out of 10. Brain Freezes here, because, you know, with Sapphire Medallion, it's quite easy to cast a lot of spells for some reason, and then you can actually mill your opponents out quite happily with this deck. And if the worst comes to worst, if you've got your Thassa's Oracle in play, you can mill yourself out and then win. Hence why it's there. Cyclonic Rift to control the board a little bit. Mirror Mockery is an interesting enchantment. Enchanted creature, and whenever enchanted creature attacks, you may create a token that's a copy of that creature. If you have this on Kiara, you attack with Kiara, you get a copy of Kiara, keep the one with the enchantment on it, lose the copy because they're legendary, so the legendary rule applies. And, yeah, mill your life away or bounce things that are going to get in your way. It's good fun. Phantasmal Image is here as well. There's going to be a lot of clone effects in here, by the way. As I said, you know, at the end of the day, we want to be cloning Kiara for this deck and milling the 6 cards and then get some instants and sorceries back. That's what we're aiming to do. So Phantasmal Image is here to do the cloning, along with Renegade Doppelganger. That's also here to do the cloning side. Search for Cantor, just so we can cycle through the top of my library to find the things I need. You know, we obviously need to find Thassa's Oracle, Lab Maniac, the Jace at some stage to win the game. Shapeshifter, yep, okay, so, you know, it comes down, it's a creature of every type, that's fine, I don't mind that, and then paying 3 when I need to copy Kara to kill it off is all fine by me. Unsubstantiate, just to give us a little bit of countering, you know, return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. You can return big spells, you know, it's returning, it's not countering, so it gets around the can't be countered thing, so, you know, it's like a bounce, it's great. Voyager's End, just to bounce creatures that are annoying us. Counterspell Mana Drain, just to help us with the mana control side of things entirely. Thassa's Oracle, I'm guessing everyone knows what it does by now. Going on to the 3-drop, Arrestor's Admission, I just put in because I thought it'd be quite nice to cast it in my main face and draw that extra card, because, you know, we want to draw cards. Lab Maniac, win the game when we've got nothing in our library. Mirror Image, mainly to copy Kiara. What I will say about, sure, I should have said this about all the shapeshifters at the start. Do feel free to copy things like Lab Maniac, Thassa's Oracle, so on and so forth with them, just so you can do the wins that way as well. But mainly they copy Kiara. We've got Solve the Equation. That goes and gets us the thing we need. Ooh. Another clone in Cryptoplasm. Quasi-duplicates in as well, so we can copy all sorts of things to do the jumpstart thing, which is quite nice. And Fated Intuition, I went and picked up. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. If it's your turn, scry 2. So it's a 3 mana, mill 6, return 2 with a scry action. Phyrexian Metamorph is in as well, more cloning. The original clone's in, because, you know, from playing a clone deck, you got to play clone. Mirror Hall Mimic's in as well, that gives us our 30s. To come in and do the whole let's clone everything. It's quite nice from that point of view. Paradoxical Outcome I put in just to return target non-land, non-token permanents for a bit of a draw fun. We do have some things we want to bounce in, so, you know, we'll go with that. Sashikia of 1,000 Faces in. Now be careful with this, because I got caught out in one of the games I played with Kyria, because I forgot about this. When this is in play and it copies something, the legend rule doesn't apply, so all the other clones come in. I think at one stage I had 7 copies of Kara in play, and my opponents were like, yeah, if we raff the board you win, if we leave them in play we win. So they were hoping the other blue player had bounced stuff, which they didn't, so, you know, hey hum. Spark double's nice. You can double up on your Jace as well if you need a second Jace. Vesuvian Diplomacy. You can copy your targets. You know, you've got things you can target with it. So I've put it in. I'm still not convinced by it, but we'll see what happens. Wizards of Faith, fantastic. Make all our instants and sorceries cheaper, and it's got mirrored. Yeah, which I really liked, so I was happy with that. Rite of Replication, have multiple copies of Kara. Undercover Operative copies it, so does Vizier's Many Faces. Jace I've already mentioned. This is the other I win the game card if I can get that high and keep it in play. Machine God's Effigy. I put this in because it's another clone effect, but it taps for blue, so yeah, let's go for it. Body Doubles, the traditional clone that you see in a lot of combo decks. Flow of knowledge from the Brothers Wars world, because we do have a lot of islands, so we can hopefully draw through our deck and do it that way. You know, obviously if we've got a lot of islands in play and we've milled a load of stuff and we have, say, Lab Maniac and we replay, it's possible to win on instant speed, which is cool. Peregrine Drake, just to untap lands, and cloning this is really good because you get all those triggers on the stacks. You do get a whole load of mana. Reflections of Litajara's in as well. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, copy that spell. Yeah, okay then. I'll just copy Shapeshifters and just get loads of copies. It does work very nicely. Temporal Manipulation, you can have Time Walk, anything else in here you wanted. That's just an extra turn spell. Vesuvian Doppelganger, I wanted the other copycat in here as well, along with the Vesuvian Shapeshifter, because we might as well have them all in. Rise of the Tides, there's a lot of instants and sorceries in the deck. This does give us a whole load of blockers, which is quite nice. The only downside is that they do come into play taps. You've got to survive the turn, you can get them untapped, but yeah, it's the way it goes. Shark Typhoon, yep, I like Shark Typhoon. It turns up in a lot of my blue decks now, and just getting those extra flying bodies to block with is really good. Flood of Tears to bounce everything, so if it's all going pear-shaped, bounce everything back to your hand. Mind's Desire gives us another way to win the game. Just copy everything out and get on with it. And obviously, Shakasima's Prodigy does the whole copy thing as well, but it's got a nice cascade side to it as well, so you can cascade into other body doubles, which is lovely. Awan's Epiphany, just for an extra turn and a couple of spurs if we need it. Jinga Taxus, just to slow our opponents down. It does upset them. I want to try out Jinga Taxus. Nexus of Fate is the other extra turn spell. You do want to be taking those extra turns, stacking them together to get through with your wonderfulness that is Kiara. So bear that in mind. Blatant Thievery, just to go and nick something that's going to annoy us. Treasure Cruise, draw the cards, dig through time, find the cards. And finally, at the end here, Magic Mirror, make everything cost less and draw more cards and have no maximum hand size, which is lovely. You know, it doesn't really help you dig down to your win conditions. Repeal and Displacement Wave, just to bounce something that's annoying to draw a card, or return everything that's annoying us to draw a card. Another slightly more mana intensive version of everyone's favourite Cyclonic Rift. But that's my take on Kiara. It's a little bit of fun that we've played on stream a couple of times. I'm really sorry about the gameplay video, but I promise tomorrow's one will be a replay of the stream, so you can see me drafting for the first time for Phyrexia or will be one. So thanks for being here. Let me know how you'll build Kiara downstairs in the comments. And hopefully you'll come and tell me on stream at some stage. There's a link below to my stream. Come and give me a follow. I'm sitting at 149 at the moment, so you know, whoever gets there next will be the 150th one. So that's the way it goes. But that's it, guys. Have a great day. Watch out for tomorrow's stream, which will be a replay of the stream. Well, tomorrow's video will be a replay of the stream that's happening tonight as I do this. And I'm in the past and you're watching this in the future. It's all really confusing, but hey, you'll get it. But yeah, look out for the draft video that'll be coming up. There'll be the stream replay tomorrow. Thanks for watching. More detailed, better deck techs will be coming next week. I don't quite know what I'm going to put up on Thursday yet, but there'll be something here, or we might have Thursday off. We'll see how it goes. But for now, thank you everyone. Take care. I'll see you all soon. Laters. Bye.